Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, let's explore how to create a Visual Studio project. With ASP.NET MVC and connect to the Sitecore instance which we have installed before. So this is the instance, if you remember, SE 10.1, which is the latest version. Let's create now Visual Studio solution. So I do have 2019. So Visual Studio 2019. I'm opening in administrator mode. Also, we have a compatibility table. Let me open that. Support information. Yeah. So we need to check what is a compatibility again here. If you remember the installation video, we had checked that requirements, software and hardware requirements. Like this, here we have a compatibility table. What are the latest versions? So we are targeting XP 10.1. Let's see what all things are. Leave about everything. We just need to focus on the .NET framework. So notice here, the last column, what it supports is .NET 4.8. So we need to build only. We need to build a project with targeting it to 4.8, and also ASP.NET MVC it is supporting 5.2. Yeah, these are the two things which we require. Other things are we have already installed them. So let's go to here and create a new project. First, let's create a solution. Blank solution. Next, and I'm going to put like Sitecore dot, just put demo project dot MVC, and let's put this in the place where we are installed. So that would be SC install. So go to PC, SC install. So I'm going to put it here and just I'll put a repo here. Yeah, so let it install there, so that everything will be at the single location. Create. So now we got a repo. We got a solution. Let's create now ASP.NET MVC project. So new project, and yeah, I already have here, but otherwise it's a ASP.NET web application and .NET framework. Remember, it's not .NET Core, it's a .NET framework. And click on next. Sitecore demo project.web. I'm just putting a name, that's fine. MVC.web, and location is this. Yeah, and yeah, .NET framework 4.8. We need to target to 4.8 because that's what it supports. And create. As we are trying to create a MVC project, and we do not want like a sample MVC project because it creates a lot of folders and unnecessary controllers and everything. Rather, I would go with the empty and create add just a references for MVC. So click on MVC, just create. So it will just create a project with empty folders. With not empty folder, just a directories and all. ASP.NET MVC NuGet packages will get added automatically. So just a sec. Yeah, so this is what it got added. Now there are few things to consider. For that, let me open the our installed instance, which is in the init pub www root sc.dat and so this is what we have already installed. It came with the sidecar. This is what is giving us this website. And we are going to install some more projects into the same solution, and so those files also will come under here. Problem would be sidecar already came up with default web config and views web config, and a lot of it would be much heavier, and a lot of things are there, and global ASIX. So we should not touch those, then otherwise application will break. So for that reason, anytime you are adding a new project, so we'll just get rid of global ASIX, that application start file, and also make sure this web config, just go to properties. We should not deploy it so that it will not override. So content none. So the same case, same approach, just properties, content none. So it will be always the case, just web configs and any configuration, just you need to be aware. So let's check what is the things got installed. Packages. So you have 5.2.7, all these packages. Let me just quickly save it. It is empty, just build it. What we want to see is, we want this to connect with our Sitecore instance. Nothing get installed, maybe only this DLL will get installed now. So for that, let's publish this solution to that Sitecore instance. For that, right click, and you can just click on publish. So we can just set up the publishing settings. Publish setting, here I'm just using folder. Next, so the location would be our project wherever it is. So this is what our Sitecore instance. So come on. Okay, let me browse and keep it then. I'm not getting that next option enabled. So okay, SC10, yeah, sorry, not next, finish. So this is what it is. Once you publish, it will go to this place. So finish. I have not published yet anything. So come on, I'm going to rename just for current profile name, new profile name. Otherwise it is just had a folder profile. So maybe I'll put SC10.1 deploy. So that is what the profile is. Profile, and already enabled kind of a one-click publish here. So if you are not getting, you can just go to right click on here in the toolbar, and you can get enable one-click publish. Then you get this button. Whenever you want to publish, you can immediately publish it. Before that, what I do is, not always, but at least first time, I would usually take a backup of this, because if anything corrupts because of our files, we would have a backup to restore. So for that, what I do, I'll just zip it, and anyway it will not get created, it will create on the desktop, so that's fine. Let it create. Need not necessary every time, but just like first time, it's better to have a backup, so that if anything mess up, we can just easily restore. So let it run. Once it finishes, then you can publish. So, or let's do one thing. In the meantime, let it run. In the meantime, let's load Sitecore kernel and Sitecore required NuGet packages. So go to here, manage NuGet packages, and observe that I have a lot of things, chpublic, Sitecore and all. So Sitecore feed is not on the NuGet.org. It is Sitecore repository is, package source is different. Let me show you that. Options. Yeah, package manager, package source. So I have added a couple of sources here. So you can have this Sitecore myget.org sc packages API. So this is where Sitecore packages will be coming from. So for that, you need to first add this Sitecore NuGet feed here. I've already done that. I will leave this link in the description. You can add it. Once this is done, okay, I can go and check. Now I can go and check what would be the Sitecore. So I can go to Sitecore or just put all. So I'm going to main thing. One of the main DLL is Sitecore kernel. Sitecore.kernel. Yeah. So you are getting a couple of them. Ignore the no references. It was previously supported. Now it's not anymore. 9.0.1, all these things. So you can go to Sitecore kernel. This is what mainly important one. And you notice you can get the versions here itself. So currently it is stable is 10.1. As I said, like the last versions are like this. 10 update 1 it is, and 10.0, 9.3, 9.2, 9.1 update 1. So like this. So you have each versions, and now our Sitecore instance is 10.1. So we can install. You can configure like dependency behavior, lowest, or ignore dependencies, whichever way you can. Because in general, when we configure, we don't deploy all these Sitecore assemblies to the instance, because all of them would be available already in the bin folder, because Sitecore instance is already running on this. So you would have Sitecore kernel here itself. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Sitecore kernel is there, and MVC, everything would be there. So we don't need to install. I'm just going to put like ignore dependencies for now, and install. I accept. So it has installed kernel, and we can go and install now MVC as well. So again, MVC is here. You can get same 10.1. So install. I accept. So, and again same is case with MVC Analytics. So same 10.1, install. So total 3 packages we added. Let's go to package config. So we added kernel, MVC, MVC.analytics. So let's publish now. I'm going to, so anyway, one-click publish is enabled here. Let me go to desktop. So SC is present already, backup, and anyway I'm on the bin folder, home. Let me quickly publish it. I'm clicking on one-click publish. So if you notice, web app was published successfully to this place, and so build succeeded. anyway no files, but just let's check the DLL and also let's run it. So DLL, yeah, notice here Sitecore demo project MVC web.dll. So this DLL came in here, but let's load like Sitecore whether it is loading properly or not. So okay, we got some issue here. So it is telling could not load file or assembly web.mvc 5.2.4. Let's see what we added from the packages, because we didn't add the package, it came automatically. So yep, it is telling 5.2.7, but let's go to webconfig. Webconfig is the default one which is got installed using Sitecore. So let me go to, yeah, yep. So here you are saying compilation target framework is 4.8 and assembly is MVC, but version is 5.2.4. But here we have 5.2.7. That's where it is getting conflict. So for that we can just go and go to NuGet packages and remove this. Go to install Microsoft ASP.NET MVC. We can reduce this. Yeah. So 5.2.4, trying to match the same version as that other one. Let's build a solution now. Nothing is breaking. So let's go and publish once again, or just check the package config. So it is telling 5.2.4. If you remember from the support here, the document, it did mention 5.2, but it didn't mention the lower version, like what is after 5.2. So we already published it. Publishing succeeded. So let's go to solution now and just try to reload. So it should load fine for us. Most of the time this ASP.NET MVC version only is a trouble, because they're still using 5.2.4. but when we create a when you add a new project to the solution ASP.NET MVC, that one adds by default 5.2.7. that's a major version. So I mean that's the latest one for that series. So give it a moment, because DLL got deployed. Looks like it is loading fine, but let's give it a moment. Once it loads, we can go and we can log in and check. Not going to add any more. I mean, for this video, let's leave it here itself. Not required to add any controller and all. We'll see. I mean, building a component or building a page, everything in the next videos. So let's quickly wrap it up by seeing, yep. So it did it. 5.2.4, that error has disappeared. So now we are coming with the launchpad. Sometimes something will break, and that backup of the whole solution or the instance would be helpful that time. So may not necessary this time, because we were able to easily fix this, But if not, sometimes we get some issues, so we can inspect that, or we can compare some configurations and all. That's why I always keep it at least one backup aside. So that's all for this video. In the next videos we will see how to build the pages and how to build the components, templates, and etc. Thank you for watching. See you next time.